Ghana? It's your boy, Jizzy, the only comedian with six pack in my armpit. We up here inside DS Media Studios on another interesting segment of Behind the Beats. And today we caught up with our own brother, TwoBars. Bars.
Yo, big man.
Charlie, so we're here to chat with you and tell the world who is TwoBars and what's up with TwoBars. So basically, we want to know who is TwoBars.
So my real name is Godfred Osubuatin, which is all over in the internet, on Facebook especially. And I started basic school in Adjuni Memorial School, and then I moved on from Adjuni to Star Basic School for the JSS part. And then from there I went to Kumasi High School.
Oh.
Yeah, Kumasi High School.
Oh, okay, Kumasi.
Yeah.
Wow, so you stayed in Kumasi for 3 years?
4 years.
4 years?
Oh, okay. We're part of the batches that did the 4 years.
Oh, okay.
So from Kumasi High School, I moved to Legon. I did psychology, linguistics, and adult education, which is like human resource in Legon, and I majored in psychology.
Oh, okay.
So I have a degree in psychology.
Wow, you hear that? The boys are not just playing beat, they got certificate. Psychology,
human resource, which is adult education, and linguistics. So yeah, I did psychology in Legon, and from there I was like, the dream is to become a sound engineer and a music producer. So why wouldn't I just chase the dream instead of like, I'm done with a degree, that's for the family, so let me just follow what I want to do.
Oh, so you done service too?
Yeah, I did my service at Ablekuma. That's Merciful Islamic School. I went to teach.
Oh, that's good. Because everybody has taught before, my guy. So from, well, what did parents say? Because you looking up at you, paying fees, all these huge sums, making sure you complete uni, like Legon, not any other uni. Now a lot of things are happening in Legon. I wish I'm still a lot today. Somebody has jumped over the wall and all that. So how is parents treating you? Because the fact that they have paid for you to go to school, you are done, instead of taking up a job and you are here placing keyboard and all that.
My parents are not in full support of the whole idea, but since I don't ask them for like the basic needs that every young boy would need, they are kind of like supporting me small, but they always want me to be in the office or do something that will take monthly salary. You know, music producers, we don't take monthly salary, we take like true. There and then. So they always want me to do something which I would at least earn an income, which is so obvious that okay, yeah, Bass is working. Bass is making money at the end of every month.
So do they call you Bass? Like your father, hey Bass?
It's just my cousins and my brothers that call me Bass. Sometimes they call me Bass, but most times they call me Godfred.
Why TwoBars?
I'm a disappointed rapper.
You heard that?
So I used to rap in high school. Then I used to write only 2 lines. Like anytime I write my flow, I'll just write 2 lines. So a friend of mine, you know, rap, we call lines bars.
Yeah, bars.
Yeah, so a friend of mine started calling me Aubrey. He started calling me bars, 2 bars. You did write 2 bars, and that's how the name got stuck.
Oh, okay. So at what point in life did you drop the certificate and decide to follow full-time music production?
I met Seshi in 2014. I think that was in January, just around when Sakode dropped Adonai.
Oh, okay. So, 2014.
Yeah, for 2014. That was when Sakode dropped, and I at the time I was still in uni.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't really know what to. I didn't know what I would do after school. Although I had I started making the beats and all that. And so she was like, oh yeah, it's very good, I can do that as part-time. So I started making beats. He invited me to the studio to come to the studio, like learn a lot from them. But
how did you feel? Like, cause I know big up Seshi, man, one big man, low key. How did you feel when you connected with Seshi? Because a lot of people are trying to get this connect and work with him, but they are not. How did you feel when he just picked up and actually come through? Let's work.
It was a moment because before then I used to follow Seshi on Twitter, but he never followed me back.
I'm sure by now he's followed back.
Oh yeah. He doesn't know the story, but I used to follow Seshi on Twitter, and then I used to follow him. Like I used to see pictures of Sarkodie, King of Accra, Nana Buru, Castro, and all that in the studio.
Okay.
So I was like a big fan. So I made a beat for this guy called Benny Chambers, and Benny Chambers wanted to record in a studio, and I recommended Seshi to him, and he started charging Seshi. Not knowing, he didn't know I had an ulterior motive. I wanted to meet Seshi.
Okay.
So when he got to the studio, they wanted the tempo of the beat, the BPM. But Seshi wasn't around. So Benny Chambers called me, and fortunately I was in Tema. So he told me to come over to the studio. I went over to the studio, and then I told them the BPM and everything and how the beat is. And the next day, I got a call from Benny that Seshi wanted to see me.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I wanted to see who made that beat. And I went to the studio the next day, and Seshi was like, if you make this beat? And I was like, yeah. And he told me to give beats to other artists. There were other, like Kini Ice and JJ Gonami.
Oh, okay. So that was when you connected with Kini. Because I remember 2 years ago, I saw a project, Bar for Bar. A project, I don't know, we will come to that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I gave Kini Eyes beats, I gave Gonami also beats, and Seshi asked me, so how much I could charge them for the beats?
Oh, like, yo, I did my corner, they do my things small. I play beats, give somebody, you know, Seshi they ask MC how much you go charge. Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, me, this thing I just do them for fun. And so she was like, no, actually, the beats be good. I mean, you go fit make money out of them. So how much you go charge? I was like, no, me, the beats I just do them. So I didn't even mention any price. And he was like, okay, cool. I should start coming to the studio to come and learn. He asked me if I had a studio. I said no. And he started encouraging me to come to the studio, to start working in the studio, and then here we are today.
Wow, glory be to God and glory to Seshi, man. So I would want to know how, since you started, and how long have you been doing music production?
I would say I started professionally when I met Seshi. That was in 2014. That was when he encouraged me to start working on like the beats. So I say from 2014, it's been like 5 years now.
Wow, 5 years. 5 good years. And then I would want to know what motivates you as a sound engineer, because this one, there's no money coming at the end of the month. You are there and nobody calls up, and our industry that we are, you need to have fire or bars before people would call on you to tell you, cook this one, cook this for me. So how were you surviving, and what motivated you to keep pushing and playing beats?
I was surviving on when I started. I was surviving on like my house, my parents. So I mean, they'll give me money not for studio, but I mean, Charlie, Jiska, those things, and then I'll just save some, come to the studio. Sometimes I'll even walk from my house to the studio.
Wait. How is 3 kilometers in centimeters? 3 kilometers.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, I'm sure you have some 6 packs under your foot. 3 kilometers.
Yeah,
wow.
I used to walk. Sometimes if I don't have money, I would walk. But it's just fortunate how sometimes even if I don't have money, I don't know how Seshi would know, but if he's about to leave the studio, Charlie Bars, take some 20, take some 50.
Wow.
And I don't even work for him. Like, do you understand? So he used to help me out financially. Like, he still does. It's something that he's been doing since. So like that's how I started like living off music production.
Would you want to talk about the highest amount you've earned in music production? I think you can quote a range. I think
you know, it's a process. Okay. So I mean, maybe I might say it now and then the next minute someone will come to the studio and will change. So
I get you. So let's quickly go into your projects. What are some of the projects you've cooked, projects out there, and the artists you've worked with? Before we come to the biggest jam of the moment, Things Fall Apart, let's talk about some of the projects you've done that attracted some artists to come to you and work with you.
I started working with upcoming artists like from Emperor to JJ Gunami to Kinyas, obviously, to CJ Begaman to Amrado.
Oh, okay. So that was what brought about the Bars for Bars.
Yeah, the Bar for Bar was like Seshi did the definition in 2015. No, 2014.
Yeah, Pono, Kinaata, it goes good. Edem, and I think Opanka. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I wanted to do something like that. You know, Seshi is the big man, so I wanted to do something like that for people of my level, like of my stage. So it's more like the senior men have done this.
Yes, for Seshi. Yeah. Then the upcoming for TwoBars.
Yes. So I didn't know what name to give it. So I was like, okay, my name is TwoBars. Why wouldn't I do a bar for bar? So just 2 bars in there.
Oh, okay.
And I contacted a few people that they showed interest, and then we just started kicking it from there.
Wow, I really enjoyed that project. I really enjoyed that project because listening to LJ, and today look at LJ now, you know, Charlie, it's all been platform. So it's all been platform. People are creating platform to push ourselves. So today LJ, you know, LJ on the Bibiba, CJ Bigaman, Emperor, Kini Eyes, and these are the guys. Apart from Emperor has backslided. Apart from
he's on a break.
No, now he's doing very, very well with visuals. Yeah. OBK was on. LJ, Kini Eyes, CJ,
and then the other one is
good. And these are almost all the guys that Sako they use for Bibiba. So Charlie, it's all been platform, and any platform counts. So let's talk about how your daily life goes. Like, do you spend the life in the studio all the time? You walk around with monitors? Like, how is your life? Like, you are working the keyboard in your armpit and all that. How is life like as a sound engineer?
Life is kind of boring as a sound engineer. Like, you're always in the studio. I wake up in the morning, I just do everything I have to do. From house, I come to the studio. Because I hardly go for shows. So I'm always at the studio. If not for Seshi, I wouldn't be going for shows. He would just Charlie Bars, let's go, then we'll go. But apart from that, I'm just in a studio. It's either I'm with my friends, Nelson, Bracklem and all, or I'm just at the studio.
You've worked for T-Flow before. There was one rap, the one that
I have 2 songs with T-Flow that are out. One is Didi, which features Novo.
Wow. Then when they wow.
And the other one is a mashup. He did a mashup of other.
Yeah, I heard that one too with Cream Promise and all those. Yes.
Yeah.
And then who are the artists that you've worked with?
I have a song with Sako there which is not yet out.
Oh, okay, that would be a huge.
He just did a verse, and it's funny how he jumped on my beat.
That's beautiful.
So I was in a studio here making the beat, and then fortunately his uncle lives at the back of the studio.
Oh, just here?
Yeah, just at the back of the
studio. So like Sack Uncle or Sack Uncle. Oh wow, Sackle.
And and he comes to his uncle's house like quite a lot. Yeah, he comes there a lot. So I was in a studio one early morning making a beat. It was a Monday, and me I didn't even know he was there. So I was just making a beat. All of a sudden, someone just walks to the studio, enters, and asks, the beat they play.
And this was when?
I think it was last year November, if I'm not mistaken. And he walks into the studio and asks Charlie, the beat they play, it be for who? And I was like, Charlie boy.
So he knows this is Seshi's studio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He comes here a lot.
Oh, okay.
This is where we recorded Adonai from back in the those songs. We
so wait,
from the old studio to this.
Wait. But I know Adonai was produced by Streets.
Yeah, Streets used to work here. So he got his own studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a grandfather's studio, man.
So Sako came inside. Me, I was even surprised. I was shaking. I had to call.
Was that the first time you
Well, that was the first time he
wanted to work with, like he was admiring your beats.
Yes. But we've worked before. Like
so when you enter, say, huh? Oh.
He was like, yo, Charlie, bro, the beat be who you own? I was like, boss, me, I just didn't make come. Be yourself, I won't take give. And then he was like, oh, sir. And then he just went out and then was just nodding his head back and forth, walking back and forth. And then he came inside. I was like, let me record him. Recorded him. He just did one straight verse.
Wow.
I was like, yo, this is smart. And then I called her. She said she came in and he was just vibing with session and telling Charlie, your boy, be crazy, Charlie. Hey, the beats be mad. Those things.
Oh, okay. Jumping into those 2 records out there, Things Fall Apart and Zombie. Tell us a little bit about Things Fall Apart and then Zombie. How did it happen? Because I realized Things Fall Apart followed the Things Fall Apart dropped, then Zombie to follow. So how did it happen? We're all recorded here?
No. Things Fall Apart, the beat was made in Kinaata's house. We were just in a studio. I have 3 songs with Kinaata.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 3 productions with Kinaata. So we started working last year. Yeah, and Things Fall Apart is just the last song we worked on.
I realized the song was just timely because it was about the time Obinim and Obafo. Obinim say Obafo is fake, Obafo say Obinim is fake, so both of them are fake, like logically. So I was about time, and then Legon like grading and all, but so then it was just perfect moment to drop the song.
Funny enough, the song was recorded like 3 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but he had a concept already, so we started programming the beats and all that, and then he started singing the chorus. And me, it was funny because it's something that you won't even hear. So I started laughing, and he was like, "Oh, it'll be serious song you they come." He's a very funny person.
Yeah, okay, Nata, he's a fancy, you know. He's a fancy, you know.
Funny.
Oh, he's a fancy. There's no. I saw him on Nanama McGran's show. Yeah. And I wanted to watch the behind the scene, not what they put on TV. No. You know what they put on TV, the behind the scene. Yeah. So like, how working with Kinaata, how did it go?
It's more like you are at a comedy show.
Wow.
you laugh throughout the session. Whilst like we're all serious working, but he's just funny.
Wow.
So whilst he was doing the verse and all that, I was just laughing. The thing is so funny. Sometimes I can laugh and then it will just reflect in the vocals, and you have to take it again because some of the things, and there are some of the words that he had to take them out because they were too funny.
But one that really caught everybody, that line that caught everybody's attention and everybody was like, wow, was part-time, you won't fight full-time devil. How?
It's just like the way we are sitting down and he just say something. He just said it, and it's funny. Oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, that's like the punch of the song.
That was serious.
So that was how we worked. And Zombie, I made the beats. I made 8 beats for Kwesi Arthur.
Yeah.
And I've been planning to work with him for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So
and that whole vibe.
Yeah. Like we vibe. He comes here a lot.
No. I see him in videos here. Yeah. Just that sometimes says she will mute it. Says she doesn't want us to hear what's going on. Yeah. Says she will mute it and fire. Just like that. I say, yeah.
So I sent him 8 beats, and Zombie. The beat for Zombie was just the odd one out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the only trap beat I sent him, and that was I make trap beats a lot.
Oh, okay.
And the other beats, the other 7 beats are just high life and Afro beats. Okay. But Zombie was just the trap beats. And then, so I was just there. I got a call. Yo, Bass, Charlie, the beats where you send me, I won't make we edit them.
Oh, that's Kwesi's voice. Yo, Bass.
No, Kwesi is like humble.
Oh, really?
So yeah, like when you meet him in person, he's really calm.
Oh, okay.
So he has this calm voice. Charlie, I won't make we work on the beats. And then I was like, yo, which one? And he told me the one that I sent. I was like, oh, okay, that one. And then he came over to the studio, we worked on it, and then he took it back to go and record on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how Zombie came. And then me, to be very honest, I didn't even know Things Fall Apart will be dropped. There was another song that was supposed to be dropped before Things Fall Apart. And that one is more like...
Yeah, I heard about that. Like I said, that the Things Fall Apart is just clearing or paving way for another banger.
Yeah, that's that. The other one, I don't want to mention the title, but
yeah.
It's much more heavier than Things Fall Apart.
Really?
So, I thought that was the one we were going to release, and then I just got a call from Kinaata. That song, I won't drop that song, bro. I was like, oh, okay. So I went over to his house. We have a studio in his house.
Oh, okay.
So we finished everything. We sent it over to Kindi for the final mixing and mastering. And the next 4 days, I see a cover art that we are releasing the song.
The Friday and
yeah, and then the song got leaked on Thursday, so we had to drop it on Thursday.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was seeing the song because officially it was supposed to have been dropped on Friday. Friday. Oh, okay. But it's a beautiful record. Yeah. The production is sick and so far so good. Like I've seen celebs endorsing this one. Just recently I saw that's my jam. And you see kids singing. This is beautiful. This is support. This is when the record is good, they will support it. This is a beautiful record and it will stand the test of time. Kudos.
I want to say thank you to OT, the guitarist on he played the guitar in it. He also contributed greatly to the production.
Oh, really? Then a lot of work went into this one.
Yeah, quite a lot of work because it's a big project. Like all the 3 songs that I have with Kinaata all had OT's contribution.
Wow.
He's a Grammy award-winning guitarist, so you should know.
Oh. The one who played for the
Eshiran.
Then the Q-Beat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Wow.
I mean, he contributed greatly to that one.
Oh, okay. So moving forward, how are you going to monetize? Because apart from the fact that they will pay upfront, take the cash, play the beat, blah. How are you going to if an artist pays a record?
Yeah.
And how do you benefit on the online streams too?
It depends on the contract you sign with the artist. Sometimes with ground up like this, they'll ask you how much you charge for upfront and then for royalties as well.
Oh, okay.
So you just strike a deal with them because they are more of the digital people than they deal with the digital streams more.
And I saw the two songs chatting the iTunes. I be like, whoa, dude, you go take some medicine. Actually, TwoBars go take 2 medicine. We take do 2 songs. We I think the 2 songs or the chat for iTunes. So watching those meetings for the next 3 Zombie. Like, wow, Charlie, this is big, man.
It's a surprise. I mean, I didn't expect this to happen, like in this month especially. So, I mean, I think there are more songs that are going to come out soon. And
I wouldn't want to be a prophet here, but soon, yeah. Everything will turn around and it will be TwoBars. Mark this. Today is 26th or 27th of October.
26th. Amen.
Dude is about to take over. That is it. Because I know him. I followed him for a while. It's a package of everything. He's funny. He's got humor. He's consistent. He believes in time and he's worked for it. And this is his time, bro. Kudos, man. Kudos. I'm so happy anytime I see you in the news because I've seen how far you have come and how you want this thing to go.
Yeah.
How does it go when you are recording somebody? Because the last time, I was in a studio with one engineer and then the guy came to record and the engineer told him to go and back the chorus. So the guy entered the building close. All the way, whoa. Then the engineer was there to make fun. I said again, whoa, no, back arm well, whoa, like so many.
Backing, like literally backing.
Like go and back it well, whoa, no, deeper, wow. So there are a lot of funny things happening in the studio. What do you recollect any funny moment you had in the studio recording an artist?
There are lots of funny moments. I mean, like when you are with Kini is a very funny artist. So like Kini cracks jokes and all that. But I mean, when it comes to recording in a booth, they are not really like much of a funny moment here. It's just serious work. We record when you're done. Come and sit here with fool and all.
Have you ever had a talent here that if this talent is whack, like somebody enter here, boss, you are on work and you open the thing and like which vibes with this?
I experienced one in another studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I went there to meet someone and then the guy was just recording and then you could see he's tired.
Oh, okay.
He's completely tired, like the guy is. But it's one of those things, and those are the people that they are really serious about the music, like they really want to blow, but they're not really good when it comes to that.
To add up, a lot of sound engineers have killed talent, like that first contact, like the person will be making noise in his area, like hey, me bad if I come, then he enters the booth, they open the thing for him, he mess up. There's this legendary sound engineer who my friend met, like Charlie, they sing. And then my friend entered the booth, he sang all he was saying, then he came out and said, Abrantia bra, he spoke to Abrantia bra, Betiena watu, no boy. Idea what to hear with it. Idea way, and I will bow a day where I want to, and the guy stopped music. He has stopped music.
You know, sometimes it happens. You can't. So it's just I'll call it reoccurrence. Sometimes someone will come to the studio. You know when you see the person, you know that I call it on your good sir, but you can't tell the person straight. And other people will come. You know when you see them, you know. So sometimes it's not the engineer's fault. Sometimes they get tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then quick one. What's the difference between who is a sound engineer, who is a sound producer?
We have beat maker, music producer, and a sound engineer. Okay. The beat maker just makes the beats.
Example.
Right now, I don't know of any beat maker, but I know there are lots of beat makers out there. And at first I was a beat maker till I got a studio where I record, I modify.
Okay, so when you are starting on your own, you have some Fruity Loops somewhere, you just make beats.
Yeah, beat maker.
Oh, okay.
But when you get into a studio and you start recording, you start telling artists, "Oh, I wish we could do this here." The producer is actually directing the artist on what to do and how this part I want to take this part of the beat out, those things. That's the producer. And then the sound engineer is like the overall boss. He would finalize the song, make sure the song is heavy. He corrects the song, makes it sound nice to the ears and all that.
So is it possible we could have somebody who is a sound engineer, who is a beat maker, who is everything? So like he does everything on his own. Some people will have to do the work and send somebody, and
that person is a music producer. But we have people like Seshi, we have Kewa, we have Nasi, those top producers. They are all
Apia and the rest.
Yes, Apia is Tubhani.
Wow.
Yeah, they are all sound engineers, and they can make beats. They can produce and then they can mix and master as well. So yeah, we have talents like that.
Okay, so moving forward, what will be your words for somebody who is watching you and wants to enter music or beat making?
I would say you'd have to keep up, like learn a lot from YouTube. That's where I learned beat making from. So
nobody taught you?
No, nobody held my hand to teach me that this is. But after learning on YouTube, I came to Seshi to get it polished. So know like how to make my beat sound like professional. So just learn from YouTube a lot. If you learn and you are confident in what you're doing, just enter in the studio, tell the producer that you are good in what you're doing, but you just want him to help you, polish you and all that. Everybody will be willing to help you.
And I respect beat makers and sound engineers, because one time I entered a music shop and I asked for one keyboard, a keyboard looking like Yadabo, like dude, 8,000. That can buy some Sonata and that is just by the side though. You have a keyboard here, you have monitors, you have speakers, you have sound card. So I respect sound engineers and all those that are feeding us with music. And what's your jingle, what's your tag?
Bars.
I wish again.
Bars.
So I'll hear that in
It's funny how that's Sarkodie's voice.
Oh wow, dude, you're a legendary, man.
This is actually my first time saying it on camera or for everybody to know, but that's Sarkodie's.
That's exclusive.
If you pay attention closely.
That's exclusive. I'll go and pay attention to that. Bars. It doesn't sound like him though.
When you listen to it, well, you know.
Wow. So it means he was about to kick a verse and then just bars. He said, nah.
Oh, Charlie, that sounds good. So
if it happens that you would have to put a record with 4 acts, who would that be? You have a beat. I don't know but there's a hip hop or Afro. You have a beat. You need 4 acts to fill that space for you. Who would you pick?
To be honest, like I have this thing planned in my head for a very long time.
Oh really?
And I have the title of the song will be Yawa.
Yawa.
Yes, and I would feature Sarkodie, Yapono, 2 Fingers, and maybe EL.
Yeah.
They have this funny
vibes.
Yeah, they can do this funny rap and all that. Yes.
2 Fingers.
If not EL,
Joey is on our goat.
Yeah.
Our goat.
The Messiah.
Yeah. Okay. So Yawa. So we're looking up to Yawa.
Yeah. I would love to produce that.
And I think it's possible. Very, very possible. Very, very possible.
Like a funny rap thing.
Oh, okay. Then I think you should think of Kinaata. Or now he raps no more.
Kinaata raps. He has a couple of rap songs that he hasn't released yet.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm wondering why Kinaata doesn't want to release those rap songs, but I know he will do that.
Oh, okay. So the project that he has in the pipeline is Yawa, and Yawa, the whole concept is funny vibes. So he's thinking of having Sarkodie, EL, if not Joey, and then Pono on it. So 4. Watch out for this one. And what's your greatest fear in life and then in your whole career?
My greatest fear in the music career is not for one of the greatest songs I would ever make not to come out. You know, sometimes you make songs for artists and then they feel reluctant not to drop them.
Okay.
I have a lot of songs that they are not yet out because the artists have not released them yet. You know. So
wow.
So some of the fears, like some of the things I fear.
That I'll give you a big record, and this whole industry, it is push me, I push you.
Exactly.
You push me, I push you. Drop it. Let my vibe be felt. Then let it keep going. So when you have it and it's not dropped, that's your fear.
Yeah, that's like, I would say that's like the ultimate fear.
Oh, okay.
Biggest fear in my life.
Oh, okay.
Music is my life right now. So.
Yes. And moving on, have you ever sent a beat or a record that, hey, because you play a record, you say, this one, dear, it is for this guy. Then you send it to him and he turns you down, or it's like bootlicking you and all that. Like, how was the feeling like?
I sent a beat to EL.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 2017.
Wow.
I texted him on Twitter.
Okay.
Asked him, I DM'd him and then I asked him for his email, and then he gave it to me. He replied me. Then I sent the beat over to him, and since then, like, I haven't heard from him anymore. So later, Tiflo came to the studio like a couple of months later, and I played the beats to Tiflo, and I was like, yo, this is mad. And Tiflo jumped on the beat, and I wish you guys could hear the song. Like, it will come out soon.
Wow.
I know, like, maybe before the year ends or probably next year.
So looking at this, yeah, did you really think about that? How will L feel? Let's assume L is heard the beat, like he's listening to the beat and just didn't really feel the vibe for it, and then Flo jumps on it and it's all over. How, like, I'm thinking of what wouldn't this bring enmity? Like, the beat TwoBars, like they'll be my beat where you do your song, on that.
The thing is, I sent it to EL.
Okay.
He didn't reply me, so
wow.
my fault. And then he hasn't paid me for the beat as well.
Okay.
So now it's for Tiflo.
Yeah.
Because Tiflo has done all the necessary things that
I'm sure L has heard Zombie and Tiflo, and he's gone to the email and then the T, but like he's looking at this.
Maybe, I mean, when the song comes out, I'm sure he would recognize the beat. If he has listened to the beat.
Oh, okay, okay. But it's all part of the vibe.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be rosy like that. It's not smooth.
It doesn't worry me. I don't get perturbed by those things, no. Because I know the beat is nice. So it's nice. That's why I chose to send it to you.
And the fact that I admire your intelligence, and then your affable, and you are friendly, and that's all. You are working for human beings, so exactly. You should love. And I think the psychology you read is good, because I think that is the best way to go. I would want to take your final words and then your last message to anybody that is following you and supporting your stuff, and then your social media handles.
You see, earlier on you asked about my family, if they support the music. So I have this tape coming out soon, and the intro of the tape is something that I would want everybody to listen. It's my mom. My mom called me some months ago. She was complaining about the music production and everything, and I recorded everything.
Let me cut in. So they've heard Zombie. Like, are they seeing the bars?
The Zombie was playing, and my mom, it was playing on radio, and I told my mom, say, oh, and busy women and boy, I said, enjoying.
I won't catch you. My family, same story, man. They have never supported my thing, and they don't see why they will take you here, and then you are all out there fooling and all that. Sometimes I wish they should see the following I have on Instagram in the auto cement blogger. So it's not easy, but it's all about time. One time my father called me and Charlie a joke with him. Like, my father is telling me a joke. So when they start getting bars, when you go home and then you pack some Kia Picanto, hey, kojo atoka mirabeshe. So it's a matter of time.
Yeah, I believe they will understand, because my cousins and my brothers and sisters are beginning to accept that, oh yeah, Charlie, this guy is doing something. It's something that he wants to do, and then time is really paying off for him. But you know
the fears, the fears of our parents are like, you go and join. This one is for people who didn't make it in life. This one is for people who didn't, like, mom go school, and shiwi, bodam. That is the funny part, but we're keeping it clean on this yard, Daddy.
In the intro, she said a lot of things that if you are starting like your own business and then your parents are not in support like initially, you would understand. You go with the struggle of what I was going through when my mom was talking. So it's something I would want you guys to like anticipate.
Wow. Then your final words to anybody that is watching you, and then your social media handles. Now everybody is going digital. Anywhere people should connect with you, just let us know before we jump into your works.
Okay, so I would like to say thank you to everybody who has supported, especially my Facebook friends and my actual friends, and to Seshi for also giving me the opportunity to work with all these artists. Because if it wasn't for Seshi, I wouldn't have met all of them. Yeah, okay. Obviously. So, and I would like to say thank you to everybody, my family, for the small supports, and at least it keeps me going. Because I mean, what they are saying is good, but I'm not listening.
Yes.
I might be a stubborn child, but I'm not listening. So I want to say thank you to everybody. And Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, TwoBars GH, TWOBARSGH, every social media, and buy a cry. So
Instagram, MoneyGram, all TwoBars GH.
Yeah.
Go and follow TwoBars and support his career. Would you want to talk about the other side? Behind every successful man is a woman. Is there somebody? Hey, where's
kindly, I'm not having a girlfriend.
Hey, Chama, once I follow you on Facebook, I see you. Hey, I see you baying and booing, bro.
It's just Facebook love. You know, that's how you get to interact with people that don't know you. So that's how I get people to support my works, because I play with them a lot. So, but I'm single, so. You know.
Dude, and then the money album. I single demo by album. So bro, thanks for having you, and we will jump into your works and then something for us to feel. And this has been me, Ajeze, then on fucking, and my boss TwoBars, and it's been Behind the Beat.
Yo, what's up, beautiful people? It's your boy TwoBars, TWOBARS, and I'm live on Behind the Beats. Keep it locked.
Oh, let's be bad.
But I get some lights for you.
Bars on the